Good day, everyone. Today I would like to speak about this incubator that many of you have. Not really expensive, also made in China, with relatively not much or technically no instruction. So let's talk about it. So maybe we can start with the board here. So you get the light, obviously. It's quite strong, but it's not practical. You gotta open it, and it's not practical, right? So this is why I'm still working with a separate unit for the in order to check my eggs. This is one of the benefits. It's the 12-volt battery plugs that you can use in case you are losing electricity. One bad things about it is this thing, super not easy to understand. You have no instruction. You have to experience it and find out the right way. So I'll not stick on that today. We can come back in another video if you have any question about it. You also have this little hole on the top here. This is to control your temperature and inside moisture. It can be difficult to manage, honestly, and you have to continuously play with it to control your inside climate, right? And if we move on the side here, I don't know if you can see them, but there's actually 3 little holes leading to 3 compartments. This is for the moisture injection, so you can inject water with this little bottle here that usually have a long beak, and you just throw the beak in and you can control your moisture that way. Okay, so we are inside, and what we are seeing right now is the turner, the eggs turner, which it is definitely not practical at all. You know, the eggs have an oval shape. Running on cylinder like this, it's not like kind of turning equally right. So you'll find your eggs all bunched up at one ends of the incubator. So twice a day you have to replace your eggs, and you know, you will have this big space here and you have to bring it back. And so it's definitely not practical. So I'm using this model without the turner because of that. Okay, so this is the interior cover. So it's another not practical pieces of this incubator. The little dot that I showed you over the cover earlier for controlling your inside climate, well, it's on the other side, right? Every time you want to clean your fan, clean underneath, I have to remove those 4 screws, which make no sense. You agree with me, right? So this is the incubator without the turner. I'm putting my eggs right on that when I'm doing a manual turning. Quite easy to clean in terms of the grid itself, because it's removable. It's have no actually it go well, let's say this way here, like this, because this little here, those little bump up goes under. So if you go like this here, this part is not quite easy to clean, honestly. So if you compare with the EZ Simply from yesterday, which have some parallel in the bottom case, this one have multiple kinds of spaces everywhere that make your life not easy when you want to clean properly. Plus, if I put back the grid here, you'll see that this space here, when the eggs are on and they are hatching, chicks get often stick in this place. So it's not practical again. So another not practical things is actually the fact that the electric plug for the turner is inside but exposed. You know, when you want to wash it, you expose that electric part to water. So it's not practical at all. So here you have the turner plugs that plugs to the cover here. Well, actually it's plugged to the board that is underneath here, the control board, which I don't use. So it's also come with an underneath, and it's called foam. You will not need the underneath one, but you'll have to keep the top one because this incubator is losing lots of heat. Since the heat's going up, this control actually this will help you managing your inside climates. This is also the purpose of those rings here. It goes with, and it's have a purpose. So that was the point that I wish to had. So if you ever choose to use this type of incubator, these indications are not accurate. You will need to calibrating your data based on a separate thermometer. And with this type of thermometer, it's easy to slide it in. Once it's calibrated, you don't need this anymore. And if it's, say, 95 Fahrenheit here and 99 Fahrenheit there, well, that's mean you're 95 there, meet in reality 99. And then you don't have to use this anymore. So another point here that I would like to maybe add to this video is the moisture, the percentage of moisture that you should keep inside during your incubation until day 18. You should never, well, actually not with this model and not with all the model I will present you. I'm not recommending to put moisture inside before day 18. And one of the reasons for that is there's a hair pocket inside of each egg that is already full of moisture that need to be evacuated in the first 18 days. So if you overload your incubator with too high moisture, the chicks will suffocate inside of the shelf. So here you might not agree with all the things that I've said. And it's okay. I mean, I'm speaking from my personal experience with this type of incubator. So if you have any comments or tips and tricks or things like that that you would like to share, don't hesitate to leave a comment. Don't forget subscribing to this channel. If you have any topics that you would like me to cover, don't hesitate to send me a message, and I will be glad to do my best to answer your question and maybe bring up one of your topics. So take care, have a good day, hope you enjoy, and stay tuned.